You look at where Scott Morrison was a week ago. He was in this AUKUS caucus, you know, the UK, US and us. He was dealing with the Quad, so he had the Japanese Prime Minister, the Indian Prime Minister, Joe Biden and himself. I think Scott Morrison was actually the most powerful bloke in the room. And the reason I say, you look at Joe Biden, he does not know what day it is half the time, but people around him obviously keep reminding him. But China has really had a march on the world. America has been virtually asleep, and now America's sort of waking up saying, oh, maybe we need to do a bit of what China's done, you know, the Belt and Road largesse. Nothing new in that in a lot of ways. Money does talk in a lot of parts of the world, but we really need to bring our values, our vision, our ambition for the world. We should not be waiting for the world to tell us what to do. We reasonably can give the world advice, Karalee.
Yes, we can, and thanks, Gary, and hello, everyone. Look, the one thing is that with Morrison, the AUKUS, he's really made it a game changer in national security. And we know that any successful leader, any successful Liberal government places national security first and foremost. The thing is, we have to call a spade a spade. China as a nation, so I don't get trolled on Twitter by people, as a nation does not share Australia's values at all. All right, I mean, you know, when AUKUS was signed, there was a pottery factory in China. We broke the story. They were putting out dinner sets showing Xi Jinping there with Morrison as a kangaroo at his feet. And then on the other side of the plate was a decapitated Morrison with blood dripping from an axe. I mean, we don't do stuff like that. China is a communist nation. It does not share our values. But I also think it's important, and as you say, looking at history, this catch-up by Joe Biden to try and counter the Belt Road Initiative, it all began under Obama. Obama just gave up the rest of the world and tried to appease and did this and did that and was incredibly naive with all of this stuff. And no matter what anyone thinks of Trump, Trump actually came in and shook it all up. And I think, as you say, Australia has great respect, but we also have to be strong because, you know, we're living in a country now where young people are actually learning how to hate this nation. Everything seems to be wrong. Everything is seen through a prism of decolonisation and this, that and what have you. And as Bronwyn so very rightly pointed out, we have a lot to hold our heads up and be proud of in this nation. And if we don't do it, why should we be belittled by others? The other thing is China cannot just march through the Indo-Pacific. We've seen what has happened in the South China Seas with all those. It's alarming. And my last point tonight is, and I find this incredibly interesting, AUKUS, whether you agree or not, is an absolute game changer. China has realised it's a game changer. There have been no threats of boycotts of Australian goods. There's been no retaliatory speech because now they've suddenly realised that this AUKUS alliance really is a game changer. And they've remained silent. So who knows what's going to come next. But, you know, I applaud Morrison for doing what he did because we really need to learn to stand up for ourselves on the world stage.